You don't need a $3,000 camera setup to take pro-level photos. Or do you? Let's compare the iPhone 15 Pro with a full-frame camera setup and see if your phone is all you need. If you're wondering whether you can capture pro-level shots without lugging around tons of gear, this video is for you. Hey, I'm Tomas, a professional photographer and videographer of over 7 years. And if you've been following the last few videos on the channel, you'll know that I'm traveling in East Asia. And today I ended up in Beijing in China. I'm only going to stay here for a few hours before I head back to the airport. And then I'm flying to Bangkok for a little bit. Since taking photos and videos is not just my job, but also my hobby, throughout this trip I've been taking loads and loads of pictures and videos with my phone, as well as my Lumix S5 mirrorless camera. And now I'm just going to compare the strengths and weaknesses of each setup. It's clear that the dedicated mirrorless camera will get points for comfort and usability with its ergonomic grip, tactile feedback, and dedicated buttons for adjusting settings on the fly. So to make things a little more fair and interesting, I'm going to throw my favorite iPhone accessory into the mix, the Fjorden Grip. I think I accidentally stumbled upon my most beautiful background yet. The Fjorden Grip is super comfortable, and having a physical shutter button, an extra customizable button, a zoom lever, and a dial for settings makes quick adjustments easy without fumbling with the screen. It makes my iPhone feel a lot more like a dedicated camera. It has made using the iPhone for photography way more intuitive and enjoyable. And the best part, the whole setup is still small enough to just throw in your pocket and go. So now that the playing field is a little bit more level, let's jump into 5 key considerations to help you decide which setup is the right one for you. Let's kick things off with the most obvious difference, price. My camera setup, including the camera body, the 2040-70 2.8 lens, and some extra accessories, comes close to about $2,500. Compare that to a higher-end iPhone model, which is about $1,000. Now, when you add the Fjorden Grip to the mix, you're looking at an extra $200 or so, but you're still nowhere near the cost of a traditional mirrorless camera setup. For anyone starting out with photography, that price difference is huge. A mirrorless camera is built for one purpose: photography and videography. That focus gives it an edge when it comes to image quality, lens options, and accessories that can elevate your work. But it comes at a cost, not just in price, obviously, but also in usability. It's a dedicated device, so when you invest in a mirrorless camera, you're paying for just one main function. On the other hand, the iPhone is the ultimate multi-tool. For around $1,000, you're getting not just the camera, you're getting a device that can shoot, edit, and share photos instantly. That all-in-one convenience adds even more value to the price. It's kind of hard to ignore how much bang for your buck you're getting. So while a mirrorless camera might offer some specialized advantages, you're ultimately investing in something that only does one thing. The iPhone, on the other hand, with the Fjorden Grip and apps like Darkroom, offers an incredible balance of value and versatility, especially if you're not ready to spend thousands on photography gear. So at the end of the day, if budget is a big factor and you want the most bang for your buck, the iPhone setup with the Fjorden Grip is tough to beat. And that leads me to my second point: software integration and editing capabilities. After capturing that perfect shot, the next step is editing and sharing. This is where the workload differences between a dedicated camera and the iPhone really start to show. With a mirrorless camera, my typical process involves offloading all the images onto my laptop and then opening Adobe Lightroom or Adobe Photoshop to start editing them. It gives me full control over my final image, but the process can be time-consuming, requires more gear, and technical know-how. The results can be stunning, but it can also feel like a full production. And more often than not, especially if you're traveling, it can be a bit too time-consuming and demanding. Now consider iPhone 15 Pro. Everything from capturing to editing to sharing happens on one single device. With apps like Darkroom, you can edit all your raw files straight on your phone without losing any quality. It's got powerful editing tools such as exposure control, selective color adjustments, and clean and user-friendly interface. This makes it a joy to use, so you can easily fine-tune your images on the go, and then instantly share your work on social media or with friends. Honestly, the entire mobile photography workflow feels incredibly smooth when you pair the Fjorden app and grip for shooting and Darkroom for editing. It's a seamless experience from start to finish. This speed and convenience are hard to beat, especially for those who don't want to be tied to a desk. If you're someone who values a streamlined, mobile-friendly workflow, the iPhone 15 Pro is an incredible option. But if you need a full range of professional editing tools, a mirrorless camera is still the best option. It all depends on your needs and your workflow. I really need to watch out for all the motorbikes and tuk-tuks around here. Alright, now let's talk about the quality of images. This is where things get interesting. Naturally, the camera with larger sensor and high quality glass will have incredible depth and detail in the pictures. You can blow these up for prints, crop in without losing too much quality, and capture stunning, natural looking depth of field that everybody loves. The dynamic range is impressive too, meaning your highlights and shadows are more balanced, leaving a ton of room for post-processing adjustments. But, and this is a big but, with each iteration, iPhone is catching up very quickly. And with the latest release, the iPhone is ridiculously close. While I still think the results you get from a professional camera are unmatched, the difference might be much closer than you think. Okay, now for a little experiment. Can you have a look at these pictures and tell me which one was captured with a phone and which one was captured with a professional camera? The trade-off of that last bit of image quality might be worth it depending on your needs and use cases. Traditional camera gives you physical adjustments for aperture, ISO, shutter speed, and more, offering precise adjustments on the fly. This level of control is key for crafting specific looks for challenging conditions. However, pair your iPhone with the Fjorden Grip and you've got a setup that not only takes great pictures, but feels great to shoot with too. The Grip adds tactile buttons for a more hands-on experience, providing with impressive manual control too. ISO, shutter speed, white balance, these are just a few settings you can change on the fly with the Fjorden Grip. And let's not forget that iPhone has multiple lenses built in, ultra-wide, wide, and telephoto. So you've got versatility right in your pocket. While the mirrorless setup offers more granular control, the combination of the latest iPhone with Fjorden Grip and its dedicated app makes the viable alternative without sacrificing too much quality. So it turns out that Bangkok is actually quite a loud city. Who knew, right? So I came to this peaceful and quiet park to rest up from all the traffic noises and motorbikes and people all around me. When you're just starting out in photography, the learning curve can be a significant factor in choosing your gear. A mirrorless camera is a powerful tool, offering you extensive manual controls that let you tweak every aspect of your shot, from aperture to shutter speed to ISO. But with all that power comes great responsibility. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I meant complexity. So with all that power comes great complexity. If you're new to photography, getting to grips with all those dials and settings can feel like you're learning a different language. Also, it will likely take weeks before your muscle memory develops and you can adjust all the settings on your camera without actually looking at the camera body. So overall, it can feel like a steep learning curve. You'll need some time and practice to master all those settings and buttons, but once you do, the creative possibilities are endless because you can craft your images exactly how you envision them. By contrast, the latest iPhone is designed with the ease of use in mind so that anyone can get decent results. The user interface is intuitive, and even if you've never taken a serious photo before, you can capture stunning shots straight out of the box. The iPhone's automatic modes are also incredibly smart, handling most of the technical decisions for you. But when you're ready to start taking photography more seriously and want more control, the iPhone offers manual settings through apps like Fjorden, allowing you to gradually build your skills without feeling overwhelmed. You will also find some carefully crafted filters, simulating some popular film looks. Using those will drastically cut down the time needed for photo editing, instantly giving your photos a professional look. It's a smooth learning curve, letting you grow your photography skills at your own skill pace. So if you're someone who enjoys mastering every detail, a mirrorless camera can offer you that depth. But if you're looking for something that's more accessible and still powerful, the iPhone Pro provides a learning experience that's just as enjoyable as it is effective. I really didn't expect to see it so up close when I was heading out of this park. Crazy. And finally, let's discuss the use cases. If you're a professional photographer working on higher-end projects like weddings, commercial shoots, or even sports events, there's no doubt the traditional camera has its place. The ability to swap out specialized lenses for different shots, having full manual control at your fingertips, and getting incredibly high-resolution photos makes mirrorless cameras indispensable in these scenarios. You also have features like weather sealing, long battery life, dual card slots, basically things that are crucial for lengthy shoots in difficult conditions. But for most people, especially the ones who are exploring photography as a hobby or just just starting out, the latest iPhone Pro model offers more than enough. Whether you're into street photography, travel, vlogging, or capturing spontaneous moments, the convenience of having a capable camera in your pocket is unbeatable. Speaking from the first-hand experience here. Add the Fjorden Grip, and suddenly you've got a much more ergonomic shooting experience. That brings out the best of the iPhone's features, making it a serious contender for anyone not yet fully immersed in the professional world. Whether you're capturing for Instagram, a blog, or just capturing your adventures in general, the iPhone's balance, portability, and quality are hard to pass up. I mean, just look at it. The whole thing just slides right into my pocket. Compare that to my mirrorless camera rig, which basically requires its own dedicated backpack. When you're on the go, especially traveling like I am, being able to whip out your phone and capture a moment around you instantly is a game changer. Ever since I got it, the Fjorden Grip lives on my iPhone 24/7, as it is so slim and convenient. It adds an extra level of control and tactile feel without sacrificing portability. The new iPhone 16 lineup has the camera button, which you can click to access different functions. But for me, as a photographer, the Fjorden Grip still makes more sense. It offers real camera ergonomics, and I like having separate dedicated controls for everything. So what's the verdict? While the mirrorless camera is still the gold standard for many pros, the iPhone 15 Pro with the Fjorden Grip offers a compelling alternative, especially when you consider the price, ease of use, and versatility. This was never going to be a video giving you a definite answer which is better than the other. There's literally no way to answer that question without knowing your personal circumstances. But after carefully considering the points I outlined, I think it will now be much easier to make that decision for yourself. For many, the best camera is the one you have with you. And in 2024, the iPhone might just be all the camera you need. Consider stepping up your mobile photography game and check out the Fjorden Grip and its native app. They bring a whole new level of control to your iPhone, making it a real contender against traditional camera setups. You can find all the details in the description below. If you found this comparison helpful, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more mobile photography videos. Before I leave, in my last video I've outlined 5 mobile photography tips to elevate your mobile photos to the next level and improve your skills much faster. So if you want to hear them, click here. I wish I had seen a video like this when I was starting out my photography journey. I'll see you there.